Consuming coffee. See the Book of Coffee and Cigarettes, for cigarette addicts and heavy coffee connoisseurs, by Shaky-san Jampies. In its development, coffee provides benefits in life when examined, studied further by scholars, so that it is permissible to consume coffee. Coffee and cigarettes are two inseparable things in life, especially in mine. May be different from other people's lives. Most people think smoking, NGU-dud, and drinking coffee is a waste of time, and is not important. I want to try to make sense of life from the notion that it's not important. Not everything that's not important we can't take advantage of in life. A cup of coffee and a cigarette, I can say, are friends in life. Both of them teach you to see differently, from a realm that other people don't think about. Drinking a cup of coffee, unimaginable pleasure arises. What kind of God's favor is that? Surely everyone knows that coffee tastes bitter. That's the taste of coffee. For coffee connoisseurs, most people think that the more bitter the coffee, the more delicious the coffee itself is. Here I liken the bitter taste of coffee in a life. Surely it is not only sweet like honey or sugar, but life has its bitterness. That's life. Sweet and bitter are different and opposite. That doesn't mean they can't be together. The two complement each other in the mix. Sweet and bitter concoctions give rise to a feeling of pleasure. For most people, bitter is a complement to life. But let's think differently from the assumption sweet is a complement to life. Why think backwards? This is the answer. Bitter here is a trial or test that comes from God in life. The more trials and tests, the more pleasure it appears and looks. Why is that? Surely we often hear and see, from TV, radio, newsstands, and teachers. When God gives tests and trials, that is a sign that God loves and cares for His servants. There is wisdom behind it all. Special things appear in bitterness. This is where the pleasures of life are. Not only that, since ancient times coffee has provided benefits in learning and thinking activities as stated in the Book of Shaky-san Jampies, 1901–1952 AD. The benefits of coffee are evident in those who have high thinking activities, such as poets, authors and teachers. In this case, coffee is a generator, supplement for the brain to be able to think what other people don't think. Cigarette connoisseurs in Indonesia have been fed by parents, teachers, doctors, and public advertisements about the negatives of smoking. Advertisements appearing on cigarette packs are very scary. For example, "Smoking kills you," or "Smoking causes lung cancer and chronic bronchitis," and there are still many scary ones. For me, what I said, cigarettes and coffee are friends of life. Why is that? Although a lot of advertisements scattered and scary, here I am reminded of the story in the novel, Goat and Rain by Mahfud Ikhwan, the habits of students, clerics, and Islamic boarding schools on smoking. Mahfud Ikhwan reveals the benefits of smoking through a dialogue between two friends, Muck and Iz. Mahfud Ikhwan argued about the futility, redundant, of smoking, with the simple answer, it benefits the smoker himself. In this case, in my opinion, cigarettes give peace and open the atmosphere to be less tense. Friends, Muck and Iz, who have not met face to face for years, the atmosphere can be melted with just a cigarette. At least the habit of smoking goes with the Qiyai, ulama heir to the Prophet. In this way Muck follows the Prophet. Smoking, which is no less important, can break a tense atmosphere into brotherhood, senior and junior relations, thus giving rise to the benefits of discussion and absorbing knowledge from the results of conversations from seniors. Make cigarettes and coffee as friends because of the habit of drinking coffee with people who are older and wiser than me. During coffee, many ask discussion to those who are older about various things and knowledge. Like a firecracker that explodes with one trigger, only asking one question. This is where they, seniors, chatter about answers at length so that there are many lessons to be learned from others. Hence their experience, despite what they, the more pious, know, without realizing that they are giving away information for free. This is how you find friends over coffee and a cigarette. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, so we can continue to make more videos. Hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to press the bell button. Also, be sure to check out our other videos. May be useful. Thank you for watching.